Hello. Oh, don't know exactly where I'm going to be. If I get this right. Got my tea. Halloween to the season. Trick or treat. There's sweets today. radish. Condiment. Oh, pardon me. When some men showed and told I didn't want to know them anymore, and they kept coming, all names of who, what, where, when, why, and how. That's their fault, not mine. They are all bad, all purposefully, all wrong, all not lawful, all not legal, all not sane, all not competent, all not employable. I usually ignore. Did they reach out to me knowingly? I knew them more. I ignored them, tried to ignore them, and they showed and told others. Examples: police, and security guards. Oven baked my french fries, pieces of potatoes, some mango sauce. I did not eat any french fries while I was out today. Not a single french fry. Fun today. One of the most hated YouTubers, social media personalities. Amberlynn Reid, allegedly, factual. Allegedly, one of her relatives, where I worked and where I played, etc. Elizabeth Reid. I did not cause a fuss. I actually thought it was quite funny where she sat herself, where she put herself. Played bingo, allegedly. The table, the seating arrangement, the table, the celebrity stalker Bill Beckett. Probably see them, my future vlogs. Social media in the background, together and or apart, or as. It really was. It was too funny. I don't know. Did one and or both of them real-time live stream, photographed, videotape, filmed me as while we were there? I don't know. Bill Beckett. Celebrity stalker Bill Beckett. Examples: Facebook. want to talk about them anymore. I am going to eat more for a while. Actually, I'll be right back. Leftovers. I'm going to drink one of these tonight. Tea. Flexitarian tonight. Flexitarian, vegetarian. Doesn't that really look good? Steak. I'm more hungry later. Maybe I'll snack on a serving of rice crackers. I self-portion controlled. Or I'll eat a rice cake. Working on a project. Flexitarian, vegetarian. Because I ate out today. I prefer vegetarian actually. Especially when I eat out. Didn't want spaghetti bolognese. Although I could have ate spaghetti bolognese. I did when I was younger. But I didn't, although preferred the vegetarian. And a vegan. Vegetarian is. It's like lunch times, dinner times. I don't eat ham anymore yet. I can eat bacon. I don't eat fish. I can eat chicken and turkey. Oh, sometimes I prefer just gravy. And I planned on eating my leftover meat tonight. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil on my frying pan, my frying pan. Meat, steak, my piece. Some sea salt. And some ground black pepper. And last and not least, some chili powder and a sprig of rosemary, raw rosemary, fresh rosemary. Tasty. Why so many seasonings? I just explained why. Looks like right out my pet's fur babies, Bella's Fairies Gardens. I know some people might hate that I'm eating meat tonight. Next year I might not be eating meat. Poultry, fish. Maybe I won't be a flexitarian, vegetarian anymore. I don't know. I've done it before. Good stuff. Got my water, got my tea, got my Coke Zero. Whoa. Got my pain reliever I'm going to put on me soon. Comment area has some links, some inspiration along the way, I suppose. my journeys, well-being and fitness. Not all, only a mere some. And look at your comments. See, there's some. I subscribed Thank you. How are you doing? How are you doing? Hi. 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 Bro. Hi. I'm doing okay. I'm full now. I'm just hopeful that tonight, from 11 p.m., I can get some rest and other people outside are not using explosives and fireworks between 10 p.m. and 12:01 a.m., especially 11 p.m. and 12:01 a.m. happened the other night. Very dangerous. Near trees, wildlife, apartments.
That don't make sense.
Some other people were my cat alive and they saw men to at on my front door and my pussycat later veterinarians healthcares. They asked me, I was asked, do you have a boyfriend? And I would say, no. No. Especially here, not ever. 2024 and 2025, no. Not any boyfriends, and not any male friends, and not male acquaintances, not male coworkers, not male employers, nothing, nothing male. Man, humans. I've heard horror stories, other people. I've read about it, media, internet, animal cruelties. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. My cat, I don't know. All I could do was reported it to the corporation, reported it to securities guards, reported it to police, took my cat to veterinarians, showed and told my doctors. I showed and told my doctor. He told me to report it to the corporation. Uh, and, I showed and I told and I showed the police. That's why I take a pill every day, grieving. Antidepressant. I'm not depressed. I don't have depression. It's just grieving. Grieving. My cat died dead. All names, all who, what, where, when, why, and how. And as one of the projects I'm working on, I mentioned during my vlogging on social media, I dedicate, I dedicates, and I dedicated that day myself and my pledges about two in memory of my died dead pussycat Rudy Noel. And all the pledges and the stuff, they're accepted that as. And all evidence, including all securities cameras online, all drink and all recording, all recorded, all recordings, and any and all photos of all happened as. All to, add, on, and off my front door, doors and windows. All happened. So that's that done. Now I go do something with my hair. my mom her tea. On my community posts pages, I shared a news article about Canada deported 4,000 criminals from India out of Canada, and that there was probably more Indians from India. And I was like, I hope it doesn't stop at 4,000, especially in this neighborhood. City, province, country. And that's not me and other Canadians. Canada are, were, did, do, does, and be racist, bigots, discriminatory discriminations, prejudices, prejudges, all about other people, criminals, Indians, India, deported out of Canada. All before, all during, all later, and all since October 20 and 21, 2025. So, did you watch my vlogs today? Social media, you'll see that I had lots of fun. I ate out. Food was good. Delish. One of my favorite meals, actually. Pasta, spaghetti and sauce, side salad, and dessert. And I drank 2 coffees. I sipped. I liked. And then I wasn't asked to work there today. And as my mom, in addition to all that, was already planning on going there to play bingo. And it was fun. I won 2 games myself, and half the winnings I gave to my mom because I was helping her play. She used to play 2 games, like 2 strips of cards, I should say. Now she's down to 1, the time being. And most of my winnings, my share of, I gave as more pledge. I pledges. Walkathon. I am not divulging how much amount that is pledges I gave to the AACM, the Active Adult Center Mississauga, where I worked and played, etc. Although, because of other people pledged, just overall, it was good. It's fun. Just worried about my privacy and safety now. I did that because I had lots of haters. All about all two and all about me was there. False accusations, false allegations, all witnessed. And all should, can, could, may, must, and need, show and tell, showed and told, and shows and tells, all that happened. And all security cameras on there, all during, and all recording, all recordings, all recorded, and then all photo stuff. All happened, yes. Yeah. This may seem lots of foods, although less than 1,000 calories, possibly less than 800 calories. I did eat some tortilla chips, guacamole flavor. Oh, they were good. And only one of these, because I ate so much for lunch. I ate lots of lunch. Oh, it's good. And the dessert, oh, it was good. Later tonight, I'll upload the my full experience. Ate out minus celebrity stock build in the kitchen area, kitchen eating areas. gonna get my hair ready. Halloween. Looking forward to wearing more than one t-shirt soon. Just doing nothing, nothing extravagant. Just my hair has been this way for what, a year now? Colors, it needs something. I mean, first tea today. Cheers. I didn't have a tea. I didn't have a tea while I was out today because when I arrived somewhere, Celebrity Stalker Bill Beckham was there more, and I was, oh, I'm not drinking tea, not that one there. I could care less. Wait till I got home. Didn't even get iced tea because one of my favorite places that got iced tea and Chinese, such as vegetarian spring rolls or whatever, I could get access to. It wasn't open. And you'd think it'd be open during one of the busiest days there. Wow. MALL. Let's do a poll before I get up. my new poll. Canadians deport criminals Indians out of Canada more. Yes or no? Based on all I showed and told on my community posts, pages, shared content, etc. News, mainstream media, etc. I'm Canadian. I'm from Canada. Yes, 100%. Thank you for the first vote. I vote yes too, actually. Don't know how to put my vote up there, although my vote is yes. And that's not being discriminatory, discrimination, prejudice, prejudges, bigots, bigotry, racism, racists. It's just factual, isn't it? I believe so. I read about it. I shared that news article I found on the internet. You get Google, you click on Google, you can get seen homepage, you get a bunch of news. It just showed up. Be right back. I help my mom more. Serve my mom some food, dinner. See if my mom heat up her meat. Oh, no. Oh. Let's see if we get more than 2 votes tonight. And before my battery dies and I have to recharge my handheld device. Good. and 2 votes, please. My poll. Canadians deports criminals India, Indians out of Canada. Or there should be stronger immigration laws and visitation laws, alleged visiting visa laws nowadays. Travel to India, Indians, criminals. Deportations out of Canada, etc. The chat is open if you want to chat about it. Vote. The poll is available. Vote. Could you imagine having a criminal India? Let me rephrase it. Can you imagine having a criminal Indian from India in Parliament as an MP, as an MPP, as Prime Minister, as Premier? Canada, UK, and President of the United States. Could you imagine? That'd be awful. Horrendous. Traumatic. Most all Canadians, British, Scottish, English, Irish, Welsh, and Americans be traumatized. It'd be a widespread epidemic and or pandemic. Post-traumatic stress disorder. PTSD. Post-traumatic stress disorder. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. I'll be right back. Oh. I think overall that should happen, really. Criminals from other countries. Canadians deport those criminals out of Canada. Or poll is their vote. Oh, and today, coming home, it was hilarious. Road rage. My mom transfer bride. I was my mom, mandatory support person. Other residents and or their visitors. Vehicles, drivers. Road rage. All about us. Our driver, the vehicle, etc. They couldn't get. There's two gatehouses. The one we were near, they couldn't get out of, and they kept harassing us. It was hilarious. They kept harassing us, yelling and screaming and the honking of horns. I'm like, don't move. Just let them make a U-turn and go use the other gatehouse. Why should we have to move for them? Because my mom we had to go somewhere. We had to get off the vehicle. My mom's disability ride. Instead, our driver decided, as I suppose to avoid any further ado, made a U-turn and once more entered that gatehouse gate and dropped us off outside the lobby door. And there's a fire route there. I've noticed lots within the last year and a half, I suppose. No parking. Yeah, there's often one and more other person parked their vehicle there instead of used garage parking and outside the complex parking. How's your dinner?
Find out. No one other steak, not that you can be away from me, okay?
Okay, put it in the kitchen.
Put it on the table?
Kitchen.
Okay. Please put it there, right?
Yeah. Can I ask you a question? I'm doing a poll on my live stream. So far, I've got one vote. Yes, it's not me that voted. Canadians deport criminals Indians out of Canada more. Yes or no? And I've got one yes.
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 If they're doing anything illegal, they should.
Yes.
Same as anybody else. They're a crook, they're a crook.
Even did they come to visit from the UK, eh?
Well,
Canadians deport criminals.
Scotland
Out of Canada more.
The criminals should be deported to where they came from.
Scotland and England.
After they do the time.
Why should we support them in our prisons? They should be deported before that. And or during. Get them deported. Such as four stalkers. Martin Thompson, my mom alleged youngest brother. My mom alleged nephew James Bond. My mom alleged niece Angela Ritchie. My mom alleged nephew wife Angela Bond.
You need to do this drain. You see the
Yes, Mom, I'm doing my live stream. She gets told sometimes twice, three times, maybe more. Oh, sometimes it's funny and other times it's not. such as their original birth certificates, I suppose, showing that they're from India, Indians from India, criminals, Scotland, England, criminals, USA, criminals elsewhere outside of Canada, from other countries in Canada, Canadians deports criminals from there. You know, Canadians deports criminals, Indians out of Canada. More than 4,000. That's already allegedly deported out of Canada. News media. During one of the replays clips, probably the last one, I'll go get the news article. I'll attach it. I'll put it in the description area, the link, and if you haven't already read it, you can go read it. I'm not lying. I'm gonna have a serving of these. Was good mistake. Look at that, approximately per 54 chips, allegedly 50 grams. Was great enough caloric goal today. Nutrition. I'll have that with my Coke cereal. Get a plate or something. Put these on. Plantain chips. I only eat bananas and plantain chips for feel something to snack on. I'm doing some social media. Looks like approximately 54 plantain chips. I didn't count them all out. Looks lots, although it's not. This is less than 300 calories. You want some plantain chips, Mom? Not from my plate.
No, I just want to taste one to see if I want them. I'll have some milk for later. give me some and I'll maybe eat them tonight or tomorrow.
I'll put them in the bag for you.
I don't want them right now.
Okay, they're good though.
Oh yeah, that's why I wanted to taste one. Before you give me another one.
That's my end of how I'm gonna end tonight eating. 54 is like a portion, 50 grams. It's less than 300 calories. I like that.
I don't count calories. If I like them, I eat them.
Yeah. Some other people, health and fitness, probably complain. Processed. Plantain chips. I'm not. I'm out of these. I'm gonna eat rice crackers too. We'll have us another day. I does that. I do that. Does that. And something else that's a bother. Visitors, immigrants came to Canada, and instead of learning English, learned English as a second language, they expected Canadians learns their languages. And the Canadians, instead of those other people learning English, learned English, documents, etc., signs, traffic signs, etc. English speaking, since they come to Canadian, English, and French country, for the most part, such as Indians, Hindu, Punjabi, Muslim, Islamic, those 4 language examples. Canadians supposed to speak that in addition to and or instead of English, instead of those other people learned English. And could they not speak English? They need an English translator. They need a translator, somebody that could translate. Why are they in Canada? They can't speak. I mean, they're not vacationing. It just bothers me. And I'm not just talking about Indians. I'm talking about overall, all citizens, all visitors, all immigrants. Were I to go to another country, even another part of Canada, more French than where I am now, I'd actually refresh my French, maybe buy a French dictionary that's English translating into French and or French into English. I'd Google, trying to do the basics at least. Not that I have to, although I could. It's just like going to the UK and Spain, and then Puerto Rico and Jamaica and Africa and Trinidad, Guyana, Italy, Milan, China, Japan, Hong Kong, Vietnamese. Iran, Iraq, India, Philippines. Etc. It's like Canadian national anthem, Canada's national anthem. You got the English and you got the French versions. All historical, all geographical, all financial, and any and all new. Czechoslovakia, Russia too. And that's not me being a racist, bigot, discriminatory, discriminations, prejudice, prejudices. I'm Canadian, that's all. We'll eat some plantain chips tonight. Banana we got. Not ripe. Can't eat it yet. When ripe, I want a slice of bread. Plant-based condiment, butter. Buttered. Get butter and or plant-based butter. And our vegan butter. A slice of bread. Half banana. I got bigger. Hopefully tomorrow. And hopefully I don't have to eat bananas for a long time. My knees, below my left knee, my wrist, my hands, my left wrist, my left wrist, my left forearm, my neck back here. All during, all later, and all since October 11, 2025. Never gone there ever again. Not with them. And not with that bus company. Driver and others all happened. All right, new poll. Canadians in Canada need not celebrate Indians Diwali. Explosives and fireworks. Etc. Yes or no? Please vote. Pardon me. My research on Diwali is some kind of celebration over time, and did not and does not entail fireworks and explosives and fireworks more than 2 days, at least 1 or 2 days, not every day. And I don't think they do that as often in India as many others, as other people were doing in Canada. In Canada, it looks more like other people doing just mischief. Only do mischief instead of celebrating anything. What everyone yes. Truly yeses? I know I'm a yes. Yes, Canadians in Canada need not celebrate Indian Diwali. That's not me being a racist, bigot, discriminations, prejudice, prejudges. I just don't want to. It's not my religious beliefs. It's not, and Diwali is not and was not the Canadian statutory holiday. It's not Easter, it's not Christmas. In addition to that, it's not Thanksgiving and it's not Halloween. It's not Canada Day. Not Memorial and or Victoria Day. Canada. hella good. Um, I mean, those Indians want to celebrate Diwali. They should, can, could, we must, did and do and does in India. And in the privacy of their own homes. Safely, privacy and safety. Without fireworks, without explosive devices. And I hope that gets all the way up to Parliament and the World Health Organization. My live stream tonight. Polls. And that news article I mentioned earlier. I mean, I worked with others and I didn't, none of that was mandatory that Canadians in Canada need celebrates Indians Diwali. I mean, we don't even get a day off work or a day off anything. Or most Canadians want to. They want to stick to the usual statutory holidays and such as Christmas Day, New Year's. Is New Year's Eve a statutory? Easter, etc. Although not Diwali. I mean, in Canada, do the Scottish get St. Andrew's Day? Is Canada statutory Canada Day? Why not? July 1. Why not? Could do with that day is statutory. It's statutory by meaning all places, except hospitals and places of first aid. All elsewhere, not mandatory, closed. I like that. Especially on those cold winter nights. Haters. They're allegedly Indians from India. Allegedly. Did you ever get a hold of the security cameras footages out there? See it for yourselves. During, recorded, and any and all photos of. That's not me being a racist, bigot, discriminatory, discriminations, prejudice, prejudges. Hey April, what's the poll about? Canadians in Canada need not celebrate Indians Diwali. Vote yes or no? I vote yes that Canadians in Canada need not celebrate Indians Diwali. That Indians should, can, could, may, must, and need, without explosives, without fireworks, privacy and safety of their homes, celebrates Diwali. Do they choose to celebrate Diwali in Canada? It's like going to India and can you imagine Canadians going to India and celebrating all those statutory holidays I mentioned? All those Indians allowing that? When? I haven't yet. Can you explain a bit? I am American. Oh well, it's just the same kind of thing. Americans in USA need not celebrate Indians Diwali. I'd vote yes. Americans in USA need not celebrate Indians Diwali. Because they have 4th of July in the USA. Isn't that enough? I mean, in India, would Indians from India there allow Americans to celebrate such as 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, New Year's Day, Easter, etc.? I doubt it. I wonder come tonight between 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. and 12:01 a.m. Are there going to be more explosives and fireworks across the street from here by other people celebrating alleged Diwali? Indians Diwali. Sure, all sorts of holidays can be celebrated in Canada and or the US. That's the beauty of melting pot country. But I agree that fireworks are awful, aren't they though? Especially at those times. Yesterday and the day before, hours on end, it sounded like gunshots and bomb explosions. And the fireworks that they were using, awful. It was nothing like Canada Day and 4th of July. It was nothing like that. It looked violent, vile. And I live high, and that's ground level. And I could hear it way up here. It was earth-shattering. It was a bang. Privacy and safety, we should not have had to put up with that. Between 9 p.m. and 12:01 a.m. Fireworks are too dangerous and loud. Lots of pets get scared and are injured. Exactly. Exactly. My pussycat afraid of those explosives, fireworks. My cat died earlier this year, dead earlier this year. But down where I was, and where I used to walk lots, and did urban pole walking with a group from a center, there's lots of animals. There were squirrels, sparrows, ducks, snakes, mice, rats, chipmunks, and other animals, including uh, butterflies, dragonflies, fish, uh, foxes, raccoons. And I'm sure, especially the most recent 2 days of it all, we're terrified. I don't know, did any survive it or not? I phoned the police, the fire department. They referred me, if you're Canadian and from anywhere Canada that's familiar with it, they referred me to phone calls 311 after hours. And I did that. And they asked me for information. I'm like, I have a video of it all. Then they referred me to online file a report. I don't know that they actually showed up. I was there during and or since before now, and I filed a complaint. Then I had an email address, so I sent them a copy of the email, copy of the video, because I wasn't lying. And it's all out there that other citizens, other residents, should, can, could, and may, must, and need file a complaint. Explosives, and, fireworks. I mean, did my mom and I, needed to go out? Examples, just a short distance. We couldn't did that because, and I wouldn't want to have, anyone else, such as my mom used Transhelp and or a taxi, they probably wouldn't have come. Same with an ambulance. Did my mom need and or I needed a paramedic and or paramedics? How would they have gotten in? Very dangerous and scary. And earth shattering. I mean, it was, like I said, it was like normal. I mean, you have to usually have fireworks. You have to have a permit. I don't know, did those other people have a permit and or permits? And you had to be so far away from certain places, buildings, apartments, water, bridges, all that stuff. I mean, it was earth shattering. Could you imagine if one of the here or another apartment in my complex or even a garage, where cars parked across the street, if any of that collapsed during those explosives, those fireworks, and why should I be the reporter? I mean, I've witnessed other people doing it off of balconies, and nobody did anything. Nobody did anything that I know of. Diwali is a nice holiday without fireworks. No one enforces fireworks safety these days, not even here in the USA. Oh, that's disgusting. Yeah, like I said, in the privacy of own homes and churches, I mean, it's like, too, I've witnessed, if my mom Transhelp drivers alleged Indians from India, allegedly, got out of their vehicle early and went on public property, put out one of their mats and did their praying. And I witnessed across the street behind one of those hydro boxes, another one, and or the same person, doing the same thing, prayers outside. Same in a mall. Now, we're Canadians to did that. We got seen as mentally ill and trespassed. With and or without those trespass violations legal and lawful enforced. Yet those other people, Indians from India, be it Pakistan, India, Iran, Iraq, doing all that. That should, can, could, may, must, and need. Not lawful, not legal. And why not put them under the men and deport them as criminals back to India? Apparently 4,000 criminals from India, Indians, deported out of Canada. Deport all the more of them. And only keep the law abiding, legal, sane, competent, and employable Indians from India, if and when. I remember in the old days, Canadians and Americans, a lot of other people, if they married an Indian from India, they were shunned from society. It was considered not the thing. I often think it's just a delusion for some mental health care workers, professionals such as Credit Valley Hospital, Dr. Judy Fernando, and celebrity stalker Norman Thomas, and my alleged youngest brother, Rachel. Example: celebrity stalker Dr. Yostos and celebrity stalker Dr. Jassim, and one and more other people. Indians from India. I'm not celebrating. Last year, police came because I was concerned about privacy and safety. Some other people, allegedly Indians from India. I vlogged it. I put it all out there on my community posts pages. I posted about it. And I had an indoor table with some indoor plants such as aloe vera, Christmas cactus, some herbs, like parsley and stuff, rosemary, sage and stuff. Just normal kitchen herbs. Nothing not lawful, nothing not legal, nothing not employable. Although the police accused me, I had some acorn nut lights considered as fairies lights because it was supposed to be an indoor fairies garden. Because the herbs I was starting indoors, I wanted to put outside eventually. I was going to eat some indoors and this, And I kept them away from my cat. My cat was watched 24/7 not to touch. Well, nothing could have made him sick except my cactus. And this, maybe my cat had his stomach pumped at some time or other. I really know. Cactus. Like I said, I never thought that my cat could eat something like that, but he had a nibble. He thought it was lettuce or something or other. Anyway. And my cactus, the stress of it all, my poor baby didn't want to flower. Maybe nowadays, that stress, that my cactus has PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, allegedly. Although the police, back to the fairy lights that I mentioned, the garden, they prejudged that we were celebrating Diwali, and I was like, no, we're not. I've not done it yet. I've never celebrated Diwali, Halloween, and all that. But I was like, my cat is gravely ill, sicker, and I don't think my cat will make it to another Halloween, barely even to Christmas, really. And we're just doing it early. One police officer was adamant, Diwali, 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 and I'm like, no, we're not. The Canadians, we don't celebrate India Diwali. Not here, not indoors. Not out on my balcony. It's not even allowed to have anything outside front doors and on windows. Nothing. No public displays of anything. Indoors, however, and then eventually I dismantled my indoor garden and I just, put herbs up there that I don't eat. And the only plant that has been kept is my cactus. Any fairy lights, I don't get nuts anymore. What they're going to do, accuse Canadians of putting up, holiday lights and decorations, maple leaves, etc. Diwali. That's ridiculous. That police officer, his vest, how they literally have cameras nowadays? recording devices on them 24/7 whenever they're out on duty, and or notebook showed and told we celebrated Diwali. Celebrates Diwali. That police officer should have couldn't be less than he fired. And I don't care. The union shouldn't keep. Do they have a union? Should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, and need not keep them employed there. They're not doing law enforcement themselves, doing mischief and lying, etc., and not human rights. With delusions themselves, that they see stuff, inks on papers, etc., with mental health that they prejudged and provoked and lied. And I'm like, I'm Canadian. And someone were like, you believe you're a witch. So I was a healer. My cat and I like to play together. My cactus and I, it's something we like to do. Just because you don't believe, because you have post-traumatic stress disorder and don't know how to do your jobs, titles, jobs duties, job details, and jobs descriptions. The supporter you want to serve and protect India instead of Canadians from Canada. Ridiculous. It would surprise me if there's more fireworks. I don't even do fireworks nowadays. Canada Day. I can't be bothered. And Victoria Day and or Memorial Day, those two holidays in Canada, I don't do anything. And like I said before, this Christmas, I'm not putting up a Christmas tree. My cat died. My pussy cat is dead. And this year, my Christmas cactus, my cactus Charles, is it. That's going to be the centerpiece of Christmas. Not a Christmas tree. My cactus. Put up a Christmas wreath and a door thing indoors, not outside. Heaven forbid I piss off another Indian from India. Yikes. Doesn't bother me if people pray outside as long as they leave us out of it, hey? Yeah, that's what I mean, although, considering the where and when, not illegal to pray outside, Avril. Do you hate Indians? Why? No, I don't hate Indians. They're legal and lawful. I don't hate anybody, really. I just think that Indians, criminals, Indians, India, can, could, may, must, and need deported from Canada. I just think they should, if they want to pray, they can wait till they go home and pray. Pray in the morning, pray at night. Don't involve Canada and Canadians. We should be able to come to and from our estates and contents without having to witness that. And for places of play, socials, etc., and work. Because were we to do and did that there in India, I'm sure many Indians there, India, weren't allowed, weren't liked. But like I said, like you said, as long as they leave us out, that's what I meant. They don't. They haven't yet. I mean, my mom's trans help ride was supposed to come and get. The driver was not to showed up and earlier and instead of on time and prayed on public property, put out a mat and prayed. And then in addition to that, just by a minute late and or more late, and because I complained, I'm deemed the wrong Canadian because that driver was Indian from India, allegedly, actually. I mean, it's just like, We're in Canada. Canada's not India. Canadians, most Canadians, though, they don't have very, we don't have very many parades that I know of. The only parade I've ever. I think there used to be an Easter. It was Easter. I don't know how many parades, but we didn't used to do for more than 40 years. Diwali. Diwali celebrations. Indians from India. I'm not gonna do it. I believe that yes, Canadians in Canada need not celebrate Indians Diwali. Did I want to celebrate anything like that? I'd be going to India for a vacation. And I'd stay in a hotel or some place as a guest. And I'd probably have to study and learn Hindi, Punjabi, Islam, Muslim, and or I doubt very many of them speak English. Look at how many Canadians have been prisoners of war there, and Americans. That's scary. And I'm not talking about Indians, Aboriginals, and Indigenous. If a person of Indian descent is born in Canada, are they technically Canadian citizens? Yes and no. I suppose children of uh, Indians, Mandia criminals, were the children born in Canada, they may and or may not be allowed to stay in Canada as their birth certificates born in Canada. I don't know. I'm just here with my thoughts and beliefs. Don't, nothing is just my thoughts and beliefs. And everything I can find documented to support. It's like years ago, nobody ate popcorn. They used it to decorate. Nobody ate popcorn. They used it to decorated popcorn, Christmas trees, etc. Until someone, somewhere, somehow or other, decided to eat popcorn. Other than Canadian, what's your favorite ethnic group? Hmm. Hmm. Maybe two. Uh, depends on. Well, I have a few. Just as long as I get to keep my Canadian beliefs and traditions. Um, Oriental, because I like their fashions. Many foods. Uh, Italian foods. Uh, Mexico, because I like chihuahuas. Woof woof. Arf, arf. uh, Spain, Puerto Rico, and Scotland, England, Ireland, Wales, British. Uh, I'm not prejudiced. I'm not prejudiced. I'm not. I'm open to try anything. Last and not least, USA. I love New York. Anyways, I don't know. I don't have a favorite necessarily. I suppose Canada is it. Although most anything and everything that's Canadian has been almost eliminated due to alleged multiculturalism. I remember when I was younger, people complained about bilingualism. Other people complained about bilingualism, English and French. And alleged multiculturalism happened. And it's like they want. Can you imagine they wanted to rename the Christmas tree family tree? I mean, that's not allowed. Whoever authorized that shit could make this and need fired, unemployed. A Christmas tree is a Christmas tree. All before, all during, all later, all since Christian holidays, paganism, pagans, etc. is Christmas. I'm not going to begin to call a Christmas tree family tree. Family tree, family wreath. No, Christmas tree. Christmas. Christmas is Christmas. I like it in Canada because we have 4 seasons. Two of my favorite seasons, autumn and winter. Samhain, aka Halloween, Yule, aka Christmas. Outside weather, etc. I mean, trees in my neighborhood, all the beautiful colors. They have not all completely fallen off the trees yet. It's beautiful. There's lots of green, brown, red, and yellow. Today's what, the 21st, 22nd of October? It's the 22nd. Oh wow, 9 more days until Halloween. Ooh. I'm a witch. We keep our business inside, except on Halloween, exactly. I'm a witch too. I love Halloween. It's a fun time, and I used to be able to get dressed up and have a blast without being shunned by most of all society, including Indians. I think being a witch is fun. I'm one of the lazy ones. Blessed be April. Yes, blessed be Christina. I dressed like a witch today, a media version of witch. I wore lots of green and brown. I looked like a piece of shit on purpose. Halloween is on a Friday this year. You look like a forest witch. Thank you. This is not my Halloween costume, by the way. I actually wear stuff like this on most all Wednesdays nowadays. I like being a witch. We're able to get myself. I mean, I came up for a little while with my cat. I don't do lots. I'm not very. I like to do modern because I'm lazy. So my cat was alive. We tried to do stuff. I can read oracle cards or tarot cards, and you know, I don't like to do it very because my doctors and I agreed it's too stressful, and I need to avoid stress. I'm allowed to do some things, although not all. Fortune telling is kind of too stressful. I have a bit of intuition. I can sense danger sometimes, more often than not. It's frightening. But then my doctor doesn't like that too. My doctors want me to avoid that stress too. I'm not allowed to do rituals, only routines, which is fine because I consider them both the same. I like to do vanishings. I did that once to my cat, and he actually left. My cat actually left the room. It was really funny to watch. It's like he sort of came from out of nowhere and just waited to see which way I was going to stir my beverage with my cat getting. I used to show him what I was writing and everything because he was really determined not to get banished. It's like, I'm not banishing you forever. I'm just like, can you please just go to the other room? Stinky puke. Sometimes I had to clean up a lot more than I didn't want my mom to get upset, you know. Sometimes can't. He was a very long haired pussy cat and he had shit stuck to his fur. So I was like, banish, go to your litter box. I have an awful time trying to do banishing spells though because I've tried to banish my ex, the celebrity stalker Bill Beckett, from the center and all else where I was in MMB. I've honestly tried to banish that other man, that other person, yet he was there more today. I don't know how to get rid of him. I just wanted him exposed and expelled from there. And here and anywhere else I resides. All elsewhere, Spellices. Yeah, he was still there more today. Any suggestions? I supposedly could make as they need. Write my intentions on a piece of paper and roll it up and set fire to it. So I figured one of these days I'll maybe get a cigarette and do that and just do it away you. Nothing fancy. Just because I live in an apartment that doesn't allow smoking. The only times I try and do a bash is like I stir my coffees and or teas counterclockwise. And I usually flush, instead of burning my paper, I flush it down the toilet. So I'm not allowed to burn paper. I'm not allowed to smoke. Not even allowed to have a candle that's, just a battery operated candle nowadays. And what I want to do this Halloween is get some fresh raw sprigs of rosemary and put it in like a mug or a bowl or some boiling water. Cold water boiled hot, stove top on that, and just let it. I'll probably put it in the center of my living room table or kitchen table. Just get it in the home. Here, my space, my home. That doesn't get me stressed. That actually alleviates stress. Excuse me. And you being a witch, what's your favorite time of the year? Do you like to celebrate? Well, you've like Halloween, so May. Do you do anything Christmas? I like Christmas. It's one of my favorite quiet times of the year. I believe should, can, could, need, must, I need to be with family mostly. My family keeps getting smaller and smaller. This year it's going to be very quiet. It took me more than 8 months to get used to the quiet. Although I feel I can sense my cat. I believe my cat has enchanted me. Have a nice day. Be kind to all, everyone, everywhere. Kindness, kind. I am kind. I was kind. I'm going to rest now. I find that my speech needs me. I rest. I need to rest my voice.